दार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्वतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्वतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्वतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्वतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्वतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोरक्षरस बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौड़ीय गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी सायल जय ध्वनि। जय श्री बलदेव विभूषण प्रभु की जय। श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। श्री नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभु जय की जय। श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोसाई पाद की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम छय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल व्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदाते गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Do a short Mangala Charana and we'll begin. Let's do the Bhakti Vinod Thakur one actually. Let's do what we're going to do in this Bhakti Vinod Gīti-guccha program. Just to, let's see, projects, Bhakti Vinod, there it is. Ajnanatirmirandasya jnananjana shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। What the heck? I don't know what just happened. Why is my screen pink? Okay. That's weird. Let's try opening it with a different thing then. That's so bizarre. Sorry guys. Was it pink for you? Because it was pink for me. Let's try this.
Yes, it was pink for me, yes.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know what happened. And let me try.
I think you have to be careful because I don't know if there's Zoom bombers in this here. I don't know if there's Zoom bombers in here. So you need to be careful.
Okay, it will work with this, I think. Okay. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Gauḍīya Gīti-guccha Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora sankirtanai Maya Mingilo Daragatan Udritya Jiva Niman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Gahana Sukham Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinorangshi Gaura Shakti Sarupakam.
Again, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Anyways, I'll just do the.
Just wait. No. I think you have to check which one. I think there's one Zoom bomber on Zoom, so you need to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shri Siddhantas Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Surupaya Rupanugavarayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistang Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindaya Tulsidevai Priyaya Keshavascha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Sorry to disturb you. I think he left now, so you can share your screen now.
Okay. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams to Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rukmini Didi, and I don't know what your name is. What is your name? Anyhow, and also to all other devotees watching, like, let me just check really quick. Oh, I don't see any comments yet, but I see there are 4 people on YouTube and Facebook. Pranams, I'm guessing Indira Mataji is there, and Raseshwari Mataji, and whoever else, and all pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, and Vrinda Didi, Anuradha Mataji, and everybody else. So just yesterday we sent the Gauḍīya Gīti-guccha to the printers. So yeah, that was pretty big. Yesterday afternoon time, yeah, we sent it to the printers after. Yeah, it was a pretty big time thing for me. Today I want to read. I want to go through the songbook, but I'm just all of a sudden I'm feeling an inspiration to read that Sādhana article by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, just because I feel like I really need it myself, and I really like reading with all of you. So I'm gonna read from that now. Okay. One second. Where is it?
Hello?
It's not. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Just give me a minute here. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. There's some people here, I don't know who they were, but they weren't devotees, I don't think, and I think we're about to get trolled. And so I just removed them from the Zoom meeting, and yeah, I removed them from the Zoom meeting. That was throwing me off a bit, actually. So, but now nobody else can join, unfortunately. Well, I opened up a waiting room, but anyhow, sorry about that. Okay, let's read the article. It's been a while since that's happened. What do they call that? Zoom bombing or whatever? Maybe I'm just going to write a note in our WhatsApp group to just say, please join on YouTube this time. Whatever. My mind's a little bit. Okay, so we're going to read from Raise of the Harmonist. Which issue is that? It's not that one. I think it's this one. Sādhana. Oh God. Which issue, Raise of the Harmonist? This is it. Okay, let's read. Okay, so Sādhana by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The desire for sadhu sangha and the inclination to serve Krishna Anushilan, appear in the jiva by the influence of Sukriti. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The jiva's aversion to Bhagavan is the result of his desire for sense enjoyment. Consequently, he wanders throughout this world with the hope of attaining happiness. As long as his desire for worldly happiness does not wane, an inclination to serve Bhagavan cannot possibly arise in him. However, with the accumulation of abundant sukriti, or spiritual merit, his desire for worldly enjoyment slackens. This is the result of Bhagavan's gradual mercy upon him. It is then that the desire for sadhu sangha, the association of saintly persons, arises within him naturally. Shraddha, our transcendental faith, arises by discussing topics about Krishna in sadhu sangha. With the jiva's increasing efforts to engage in the cultivation of activities related to Krishna, a greed to attain Bhagavan appears within him. At that time, one should accept the shelter of the lotus feet of a guru whose character is spotless and who has full knowledge of philosophical truths. One should learn the art of bhajan from such a guru. Only by the strength of his bhajan does the jiva attain the complete mercy of Bhagavan. To attain the mercy of Bhagavan is the sole purpose of sadhana. In the jiva's condition of being completely captivated by Maya, he must accept the activities of sadhana as indispensable in order to become eligible to attain the mercy of Bhagavan. Sriman Mahaprabhu has himself said, Sadhan vina jiver sadhya vastu keho nahi paye. A jiva who does not perform sadhan does not attain his goal, or sadhya. Although a person may have attained a little shraddha, if he is lazy about performing the activities of sadhan and simply sits back and hopes to attain Krishna's mercy, he will not receive any real benefit. His life will simply pass by uselessly. I just want to reread that because this is such an important sentence. Although a person may have attained a little shraddha, If he is lazy about performing the activities of sadhana and simply sits back and hopes to attain Krishna's mercy, he will not receive any real benefit. His life will simply pass by uselessly. Krishna is the embodiment of mercy, and in bestowing his boundless compassion upon the jivas, he has manifested the Vedic scriptures. Furthermore, he descends in every yuga and preaches the specific dharma or spiritual means for deliverance for that yuga. In this way, he endeavors to make all jivas understand those Vedic scriptures and become favorably inclined toward him. Particularly in Kali Yuga, his mercy is available without restriction. Those who do not become inclined to perform sadhana to attain Krishna, despite having such an opportunity, simply have no hope of ever attaining auspiciousness. The specific result one attains at the stage of perfection is a function of the quality of one's sadhana. Sri Krishna Chandra is supremely independent. If he so desires, he can give his darshan to the jiva. That said, if a person's heart lacks eagerness to perform even a little sadhana to attain him, then that person's yearning for Krishna cannot be genuine. Rather, it is simply a semblance of real hankering. Such a person would not in fact be satisfied even by the direct darshan of Bhagavan, but would return to this world from Vaikuntha to fulfill his hankering for the worthless happiness of this world. The process of sadhana is nothing but the art of increasing one's thirst to attain Bhagavan. The process of sadhana is nothing but the art of increasing one's thirst to attain Bhagavan. A person receives the mercy of Krishna in proportion to the intensity of this thirst, which develops by performing sadhana, marked by care and eagerness. When such sadhana is fully matured, Krishna manifests himself to that person. He cannot withhold himself. The conditioned jiva will never achieve success if he relinquishes the activities of sadhana. He must embrace them with great care. He will approach perfection to the extent that he performs sadhana with honor. What is sadhana? Srila Rupa Goswami has stated, Nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam hridhi sadhyata. Sadhana is the process of awakening the eternal dormant propensity within one's heart to love Krishna. It's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-2-2. The jiva's eternal constitutional nature is to be a servant of Bhagavan, and his eternal occupation is Bhagavat Prem, to render loving service to Bhagavan. In the jiva's conditioned state, his eternally perfect love is observed in the form of his love for sense objects. The jiva's eternally perfect love is observed in the form of his love for sense objects. Sadhana is the process that revokes that love from the sense objects and causes this eternal love to appear in the heart. The Shastras delineate the various limbs of sadhana. Srila Rupa Goswami has divided these into 64 divisions in his book Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Srimad Bhagavatam divides them into 9 forms, namely Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, etc. The essence of all sadhana, especially in Kali Yuga, is Harinam, to chant the holy names of Krishna. Shri Nam Sankirtan is the highest sadhana, and the various other limbs of sadhana are its assistants. Let me close WhatsApp just so that. Okay. Yes, the various other limbs of sadhana are the assistants of this Nam Sankirtan, this highest sadhana. When the best of scholars, Vasudeva Sarvabhauma, wished to know what is the highest sadhana, Sriman Mahaprabhu replied that Harinam Sankirtan is topmost. This is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 6:241. Bhakti sadhan shreshta shunite hoilo man, Prabhu upadesha koilo nama sankirtan. Sriman Mahaprabhu also spoke the following words to Sri Sanatana Goswami. Bhajaner madhya shreshta navavidha bhakti, Krishna prem Krishna dhite dhare mahashakti. Tar madhye sarva shreshta nama sankirtan, niraparade nama loile pai premadhan. Among the various methods of performing bhajan, the best is to execute the 9 prescribed processes of bhakti. These processes carry the outstanding potency to bestow both Krishna prem and Krishna. Among the 9 processes of bhakti, chanting the holy names is foremost. If one chants without committing any offenses, one easily receives the treasure of pure love for Krishna. Isn't that a powerful sentence? If one chants without committing any offenses, one easily receives the treasure of pure love for Krishna. So then, the only reason that somebody isn't attaining the treasure of pure love for Krishna is because he's committing offenses. If we could just refrain from that, then easily we would receive pure love for Krishna. That's from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 4, verses 70 to 71. In this Kali Yuga, there is no other refuge for the jiva than chanting the names of Hari. Indeed, Hari Nam is the only sadhan, and the other limbs of sadhan are accepted as its assistants. In Shastra we find the statement, Eka anga sadek keho sadek bahu anga. Some practice a single limb, whereas others practice many. However, no one should think that he can attain perfection by taking shelter of any limb other than Harinam. When a sadhak understands Harinam to be the topmost sadhan and takes one pointed shelter of Nam, he can also perform the other limbs of sadhan. Shastra clearly declares, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Nameva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. To attain one's spiritual goal in Kali Yuga, there is no other way than to chant the holy name, chant the holy name, chant the holy name. Shri Nam is both the practice and the goal. Whoever is the recipient of Sriman Mahaprabhu's mercy will single-mindedly take shelter of Hari Nam without any duplicity. As he performs sadhana of Hari Nam and gradually attains perfection, he will come to realize Nam in the form of his sadhya, or goal. This is because Krishna's name is both the goal and the means to attain it. There is no difference between Krishna's name, Nam, and Krishna himself, the possessor of the name, Nami. Instructions to the sadhak on the practice of chanting. It is necessary to deliberate a little on the subject of the practice or sadhana of Shri Nam. Sadhana is performed with the senses. Therefore, it is essential that the sadhak firmly and expertly engage his senses in the activities of sadhana. One can perform the practices of sadhana in a charming way if one keeps the body healthy. This can be achieved by regulating one's eating, yukta ahar, and recreation, yukta vihar. In other words, if a person tortures his body by being falsely renounced, then all his senses become disabled. Consequently, instead of the sadhak performing sadhana, he forfeits his life. In this regard, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita 6, verses 16 to 17. Could you just give me a second here? Because now this person is contacting me. How do I block? Sorry guys, this is really sucks when this kind of thing happens. I don't know how this person got my number, and let me just give me 1 minute. Just wait 1 second. Options block. How do I block this person? Where's the option to block somebody? It's so annoying. Freaking hell. Okay. Anyways. I can't even find where to block the person. Anyhow, whatever. Let's just move on. Oh, Krishna. Okay, so sorry, guys. Consequently, instead of the sadhak performing sadhana, he forfeits his life. In this regard, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita 6:16 to 17, Natyashnatas tu yogosti na chaikantam anashnata na chati swapnashilasya jagrato naivacharujuna. O Arjuna, yoga cannot be performed by one who eats too much or too little, who sleeps too much or too little. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. For one who is moderate in eating and recreation, balanced in work, and regulated in sleeping and wakefulness, his practice of yoga destroys all material miseries. The meaning here is that one who eats too much or hardly eats at all, who sleeps a lot or does not sleep enough, is never able to use his body and senses to perform the activities of sadhana. If a person does not allow his body to become unhealthy, or his senses inactive, by regulating all his endeavors, including his eating, recreation, sleeping, and waking, then his sadhana will be executed exquisitely, and it will destroy all his miseries. The implication is that one must engage one's internal sense, the mind, in remembering and meditating upon Shri Nam, by protecting it from the 4 anarthas, or impediments to spiritual progress. These impediments are misconceptions about reality, Swarup Brahm, the hankering for temporary objects, Asat Trishna, weakness of the heart in adopting the process of bhakti, Hriday Dorbalya, and offenses, Aparad. Moreover, one's external senses should be protected from becoming habituated to activities that are unfavorable to one's bhajan, such as overeating, oversleeping, and endeavoring for sense objects. Instead, they should be incessantly engaged in the sadhana of Nam Kirtan. The capacity to do so is indeed the expertise of a sadhak. The foundation of sadhana, determination to accept what is favorable for bhakti and to reject what is unfavorable. It is necessary for a sadhak to be both vigilant and resolute in accepting what is favorable for his bhakti and rejecting what is unfavorable. Often, various unfavorable things come into the life of a jiva in this material world. And if he does not carefully and decisively reject them, they will hinder his sadhana and delay him in attaining his cherished goal. Sometimes one may think, let me do what is unfavorable for my sadhana today, but from tomorrow I'll take special care to avoid this. But one who manifests such weakness of heart, such hriday dorbalya, will never attain auspiciousness. Oh God, that's a heavy one, huh? As soon as a sadhak perceives something to be an obstacle to his bhajan, he should give it up immediately and embrace the mercy of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Determination is indeed the foundation of sadhana. If a person lacks determination, he cannot progress even a single step in his sadhana. Okay. The sadhak's foremost assistant is sadhu sangha. The sadhu is the sadhak's primary benefactor. The heart of the Buddha Jiva is so captured by anarthas that he cannot single-handedly remove them, despite his arduous attempts to do so. For one who remains in sadhu sangha, however, anarthas have no chance of manifesting. Srila Narottam Thakur Mahashaya has rightly said, Kiva va korite pari kama krodha sadhaker jadi hoy sadhu janar sangha. What can lust and anger do to a sadhak if he is in the association of sadhus? Sadhu sangha is absolutely essential for one who wants to properly perform the activities of sadhana. Sriman Mahaprabhu has said, Krishna bhakti janmamul hoy sadhu sangha. Krishna prema janme teho punna mukhya anga. The underlying cause of the birth of bhakti to Sri Krishna is sadhu sangha. Even after Krishna prema awakens in the heart, sadhu sangha remains the foremost principle. That's in Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse 83. Mahat kripa vina kono karme bhakti noy, Krishna bhakti dure rahu, sangsar nahe koi. Unless a person is blessed by an exalted saint, none of the activities he performs can be considered to be bhakti. What to say of attaining Krishna bhakti? It is impossible for him to even extricate himself from material existence. That's in the same chapter, Madhya Lila 22, verse 51. Okay, this is the last paragraph. Incessantly accept the shelter of Shri Nam and pray for the mercy of Shri Nam. If one can chant the holy name in the association of a pure devotee who is attached to chanting, all his offenses will be dispelled, and Nam Tattva will quickly manifest in his heart. Our prayer at the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu is that by incessantly chanting the holy name in the association of a Shuddha Bhakta, we may soon experience the sweetness, the ras of Shri Nam. We pray for nothing other than the mercy of Shri Nam. This is translated from Śrī Gauḍīya Patrika, Year 8, Issue 7. All right, so now maybe we can go to the songbook. Maybe we can look at some of the Nam Kirtans that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. My mind is a little bit disturbed right now just because of these people trolling. Yeah. Man. And I don't actually, maybe today, let's just end a bit early because I don't, I'm not sure everybody watching right now is totally favorable. And it's I'm not supposed to speak about, like in Jaiva Dharma, that's a really amazing, just something that stood out to me. In Jaiva Dharma, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes through how many chapters? 20-something chapters. And it's all leading up to the glories of the name. He goes through the first whole part, and then the second part is, goes through Dashmula Tattva, and then finally, after everything, finally, he talks about Nam Tattva, and what is Namavas, what is Shuddha Nam, what is, that comes right before the Rasa section of Vajranahasya, the third section of Vajranahasya. And we see in Harinam Chintamani also, and all of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's, he doesn't just jump into Nam from the beginning, but there's always a progression, and then he culminates in Nam. It's such a, and I think that's really important thing. First establish Sambandha very strongly, and my relationship with Krishna, and then come to the glory. Nam Tattva is not such a cheap thing that we just, talk about it. So, we really, I don't know. I just, that stood out to me in Java Dharma. But I'm not totally sure everybody who's watching right now, because so I think I'm just going to end here for today. And tomorrow I don't know, with this Zoom thing, maybe I might have to make it a little bit more difficult for people to enter. Maybe I'll have to make it so that people can have to enter in a password, and I can give them, I don't know. I don't want that trolling thing to happen, because that really sucks. All right, so we'll end here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Shri. I'll just do full Jaidvani. We're ending early, right? So we'll do full Jaidvani. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shri Gurudev ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shri Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Shri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai. Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Balapatirtha Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Dait Madhav Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtara Shata Shrimad Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. All the associates of Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, and all the disciples and followers of those associates ki Jai. Jai Shri Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Gunath Sharad Gosai Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki Jai. Namachay Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Kora Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradati Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Radha Kund Shama Kund ki Jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Padadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandava pranams Niri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Champak Mataji, and all the other devotees watching, Vidyalala Sadidi, and Ganga Mataji, and Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, and everybody else watching. Also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadeva Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha, Ananda Pradayini, Vrinda Didi, Anuradha Mataji, and everybody else. Thank you so much for joining. And sorry to cut it short. I actually do really want to continue on today, like especially today, but what to do? Yeah, see you all tomorrow. And Jai Shri Radhe. Hari Bol. Thank you so much.